wrestling fans, and welcome to this edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Cesar Scorpio, alongside the Invincible E, Vincent.
Hey!
TNA's review. E, what a TNA show here. Shady with the
yeah.
writing here.
Yeah. Nice little shoulder throw they did. Vince Russo apparently still got it.
Little tricks up his sleeve, he still got it. For the people that did not watch the show, unfortunate, but let's go over the recap here to touch base. First thing is we had James Storm, the TNA champion, stroll out, stating that he's, again, cowboy through and through, glad that he worked his way to the top, talking about the beginnings of TNA, his way up, calls out his best buddy, the other half of Beer Money, Robert Roode, comes out.
Yeah, Robert Roode comes out and makes it known that he's glad to have worked with James Storm all this time, and he appreciates that he's getting the first shot at a title shot after James Storm's gotten it, and he's ready to bring it. James Storm's ready. Everybody's bringing it.
Bringing it. Everybody bring it. I know I'm going to bring it. You're going to bring it. We're all going to bring it. He's going to blow the roof off this bitch. This is what he said in his words.
Exactly.
All right. So, I mean, with that kind of setup from Beer Money, expect fireworks, right?
Pretty much,
all right. Yeah. And that's what we got. We'll touch base on the main event here later. After that, we had the Knockout Law. Karen Jarrett come out with, of course, Tracy Brooks. We had Madison Rain, Gail Kim, to compete for the Knockout Tag Team Championship with Tara and Miss Chessmacher. Now, this was a good match, actually. We had back and forth. Well, we have to say that we do have new Tag Team Knockout Champions.
Yeah.
The win here by Gail Kim. What's that finishing move she has?
Called the Eat Defeat.
Eat Defeat. Nice.
It's a nice move.
Now, the beef that I have with this, now it was a good match. Don't get me wrong.
Very good match.
But second match for Gail Kim already got gold around her waist. What's up?
That's a bit quick. It would have been nice to see a little build up to this. She obviously, she has history with TNA. She's been in the wrestling industry for a long time, so everybody knows that she's got skills. But if you're bringing her back in, it seems like giving her the gold like right off the top, second time in the ring, that seems a bit quick. But look, I'll take it, I suppose. I guess we have to, but it seems a little fast. But I guess we got big things in the works.
Obviously, it was in her contract to be the champion within the first 3 matches.
Immediately.
I want some sort of gold around my waist, and here's the Knockout Tag Team Championship right here. Well, just give right.
Well, I mean, one of her beefs, I believe, she had stated with WWE was that she just wasn't getting used or used well, or at least not moving forward. So, you may be right. It may have been something in her contract that said it has to happen fast.
Of course, but
3 matches, or actually 2 matches and 3 appearances. Come on. It's a bit quick.
Bad. But yeah, it happened. We have new Knockout Tag Team Champions. Will it be long term? It'll be for a while. Karen Jarrett's backing them. Yeah. I mean, once you got the Knockout Law backing you up.
Yeah. Shenanigans galore.
They will happen. Shenanigans is, their motto.
Stock and trade.
Exactly. So, again, expect to see this probably in the pay-per-view here. A rematch of some sort, but again, they'll be champions for quite some time, I imagine.
Yeah. I think so.
After that, we had touch base with Garrett Bischoff, talking behind the scenes here, explaining that he's going to be apologizing to his father, Eric Bischoff, in his own terms. He will apologize his way.
Yeah. With fists.
And we see that. Now he comes back after the commercial break, and he's in the ring, stating he wants to go and apologize for his actions last week, embarrassing the family, and calls out Eric Bischoff to apologize to him in person. Now, face-to-face, comes out, and he starts milking it at first, but then says, I'm most sorry for not doing this sooner.
Exactly.
Going to town on your old man's head.
Yeah, jumped on a beat on Eric Bischoff in the middle of the ring a bunch of times before finally Ric Flair and Gunner ran out for the rescue, but it took him a little while to get there, and meanwhile, Eric Bischoff was, being beaten into a pulp, But Garrett got out of there, and the show went on. But nice little beat down there. Very efficient.
Right after that, we had a little segment after the commercial break again, where Samoa Joe is talking to Sting, stating that, hey, got any job applications I can fill out, or do you need any help? Sting, of course, now that Bischoff is no longer running the show with Hogan, No, not really. Everything's going pretty smooth.
Exactly.
No,
Thanks for asking.
no shenanigans. Well, just so you know, if you don't back me, people will start falling off.
It's like, yeah, and people are gonna start blaming the person who's in charge.
Similar.
Very similar refrain to something else I've heard recently, but nevertheless, moving on.
Right after that little speech he had with Sting, we had, hey, Sting! Eric Bischoff and Mr. Ric Flair approach Sting and have a proposition for him. They say, if you can get Garrett Bischoff in the ring, you can go ahead and determine the next restructure my contract.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Because Eric Bischoff put up his contract as the bargaining chip in order to get Garrett into the ring with the person of Eric Bischoff's choosing.
Interesting. Now this could take a lot of turns here. Me and you were talking about this before the show.
Yeah.
This could be many things here. We could have it be good or it be bad. Now this is actually the decision for Garrett was, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. And then Sting was like, well, maybe I shouldn't have approached you with this option. No, it's all right with me. Believe me. I want this to happen.
Yeah, Garrett indicated later that he wants it to happen. He really wants it.
So what's going to happen here? Does he have a base in his back pocket? We know Bischoff's going to have anybody of his choosing in the ring to face Garrett.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind is, as you said, Gunner.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be that easy.
Well, if it's not Gunner, who? Bully Ray, possibly?
To be honest with you, I don't think it's anybody in TNA right now.
Yeah, you're wondering maybe it's going to be somebody that they pull off the rack. Somebody to be determined at a later date. That could be. If it is, I'm trying to think of some people.
What's MVP doing?
Good question. I think is he still going back and forth to Japan? Or?
Well, yeah, but he just came out with if you guys didn't see it on UnifiedWrestling.com, new rap song.
Yeah.
So
could be still doing that. Chris Masters is available.
He's available. I mean, I would say big old John Anderson.
Yeah. But
that guy's working right now at Lucha USA.
Exactly.
I mean, a few guys he could actually use as enforcers.
Where's Rob Terry?
Rob Terry's with Robbie E, his enforcer, which we'll touch base on later. But again, interesting things that can happen.
Yeah. What's
going to be the course of this? Let us know. Any ideas? Put down in the comments. So what you think possibly will happen during this little segment. After that, we had Christopher Daniels stating he never said I quit. Piping sound again, TNA, accusing them of doing what they obviously do.
Yeah. He accused. He had made that statement earlier that he believed that AJ had them play the words "I" and "quit" said by Chris Daniels.
I quit.
Wasn't me. Yeah, but of course, they piped in him running away, fleeing like a crazy man.
The only thing they pipe in is people going.
Yeah,
when people are just standing there.
Yeah, everybody's face is flat. They're listening very intently to what the person in the ring is saying. Meanwhile, you hear all this DNA in the background. Very awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting. But that's only in the Impact Zone. They were in Georgia here this week, and no, it was real sound. Real fans, real sound.
As it should be.
You charge for tickets, see what happens. All right. So Austin Aries, after that, actually, let's touch base a little bit more on that. RVD was there and made him run away like a little girl again.
Yeah. Christopher Daniels was still talking about his attempted stabbing of RVD. So, are you bringing up the screwdriver? Look, it's not my fault that the maintenance people just leave their tools around and I have to put their tools away for them. This, that, and the quarter. And he's talking about how he had the whole match with RVD in hand. RVD pops up behind him, listens to him talking. He's like, "Oh, hey!" And the interviewer asked, "Your thoughts, RVD?" And Christopher was like, "What? Huh?" RVD's like, "Oh yeah, hey, listen, take this home with you."
Goes to town on this man, and
Christopher Daniels finally threw down some chairs in front of him and ran away.
Yeah, runs out of the building and tail between his legs. Run, Daniels, run!
Exactly.
That's RVD's last words here. So it's going to happen here at, looks like, Turning Point. There will be a match between these two men set up. I don't expect good things to happen here too.
Yeah.
RVD, Christopher Daniels is shady.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk about it later as the pay-per-view approaches.
I predict there will be many tables broken.
After that, we had Robbie E, Rob Terry come out with the confrontation between Eric Young and
Ronnie from
Jersey Shore's Ronnie. I got a bird. His name's Ronnie. Anyway, this guy Ronnie, if you haven't seen here on UnifiedWrestling.com, photo of that guy, pretty brawny looking guy. He's a little short, but he's got some mass to him.
About the same height as Robbie E.
Right, about. I mean, Robbie E might be a little taller.
Well, it's because of the hair.
Okay. But, yeah, these guys are in the ring all together. Of course, Rob Terry is the intimidating looking man.
He's a wall!
Yeah.
Mr. Gigantic is standing right behind you, and Robbie E is talking mad smack as he's working his way, looking over Rob Terry's shoulder. And Jersey Shore is stupid!
Yeah, through his
You're stupid!
bedazzled welding glasses.
Yeah, that I don't know if he either bedazzled them or poked holes in them.
He bedazzled him. He's just sitting there with glue and glitter, busting a Martha Stewart. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, yes!
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, this gets funny because this guy here, Ronnie from the Jersey Shore, knows how it feels to be whipped with a white belt.
Yeah. At one point, Rob Terry had him in a headlock, and Robbie E was beating him with a white, I guess, patent leather belt. And I agree with Eric Young. He said, first of all, that's weird.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to judge anybody for wearing a white belt. But come on, dude. You know you got that from your sister's closet.
Yeah, for real.
It's a white belt.
They don't sell that in the men's section, bro.
I'm just saying. So, yeah, he whips him with this belt, then runs off, and then EY says, I'm going to make this happen. My boy, family member Sting, we're going to make this happen. Us two versus you two. Let's go. Now, remember, Ronnie mentioned that on Twitter that it's not going to be his thing to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
So, is this going to happen at Turning Point?
Well, actually, I take that back. I misspoke. They actually said it was supposed to happen next week.
Okay, next week before Turning Point. So, it's a match that's going to happen. We're going to see, hopefully he gets a little payback on that.
Leather, I don't, it'd be patent leather or plastic, whatever that
still kind of hurt.
Yeah, it had to hurt, yeah.
I think. I didn't see lines on his back, but
hey, it couldn't have been close.
I think it might have hurt. All right, after that we had Mr. Anderson come to the ring, of course, with Jeff Hardy for their match against Bully Ray and Jeff Jarrett. Now, this match comes to an end when Scott Steiner,
out of nowhere,
comes out and interferes. So, the match is given to, of course, the Enigma and his boy here, Mr. Anderson. That's how this match ends. Expect, again, more of this kind of drama here following up this show. After that, we had Matt Morgan and Crimson, a little talk fest here about, you know what, my Twitter's been blowing up saying that we should fight. When are you going to fight Crimson? Crimson says, I've had the same thing happen on my Twitter. When are you going to fight the Blueprint? Looks like we're going to see it. Wow, this is going to be good.
This should be a good match. The one thing that's been going on since Crimson got here was the streak, and that was brought up during the this confrontation. Crimson said that the streak will not be broken. Up until now, that's been his gimmick. So we'll see if the streak in fact does get broken. If anybody can break it, why wouldn't it be Matt Morgan? But again, why would they break it just yet?
It would be the only way it's going to be broken is with shenanigans, and for some reason, I feel Samoa Joe's going to have something to do with it.
It's almost a guarantee.
So again,
somebody's going to get hurt.
Expect more of that here in the weeks to follow. After that, we had the main event here. Beer versus Money. Roode versus Storm. This was all set up to be a classic match. Again, they're going to blow the roof off this bitch. Yeah. And it's going to be a classic match here on Impact. But it is all of that. Yeah, it is a great match, a long match.
Yeah. Starts out, exactly as you would expect. These two have been working together for a long time. So there was a lot of matching moves, counters that each one knows, from the other's repertoire. It was very well done, well executed up to that point.
Exactly.
But yeah, right towards the end, things went off the rails.
Shadiness here from who you would never believe it. Robert Roode, of all people. Bobby Roode grabs the beer bottle that James Storm always leaves here at ringside, and when the ref's not looking, grabs their beer bottle and smashes it over the head of James Storm. Now, I mean, I'm all for a guy wanting to get a championship at all costs, but this guy is the other half of Beer Money. This is his best friend for 4 years. Yeah. This was totally unexpected. Yeah. Bravo, TNA!
I did not see it coming. That's well played, well written. This is, from the history that they've given and the loyalty that they've been demonstrating on the show, it's like this is the last thing that you would possibly expect. But yeah, and Bobby Roode cracked him over the head, got the pin, got the win, held the belt over his head, and big heel turn.
That's right. That just happened. So now, new champion we have new knockout tag team champion. Yeah. We have new heavyweight champion. Yeah. And this is all in the course of one Impact show, folks. No pay-per-view. This is Impact. So here we go. They brought it here. Good show here on Impact.
Well done. Yes.
Building the stake for Turning Point. Again, another good one set up here for next week. We'll see what happens with that. But again, awesome. Great show. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching this edition of Tag Team. Be sure, again, to tune in on Monday for our WWE review. I will not be at the Monday night review. It'll be E. Vincent here hosting the show.
Hello, wrestling fans.
I will be MIA. But again, I will be at the next week's TNA review. All right. For myself, Cesar Scorpio, Invincible E. Vincent. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next week.
Take care.